Well, Ellie, we've got a new development player pathway scheme this season. Just tell us a bit about why it's been implemented.
So obviously it's more to bridge the gap between the players coming out of the RTC and then making that impact when they eventually get the opportunity to go into the first team. We've been in the development league for quite a few seasons now, and once the first team then got promoted into the championship, we just felt like as a club that gap was getting a little bit bigger. And when they were getting the opportunities to step into that first team, it was more that they lacked the exposure into the more physicality and the open age first team football. Great technical players, but just that strength, that awareness, that game management and all of that. So it was just more of an opportunity for them to get that first team football and that first team experience. So that's when we thought, well, if we're able to keep them so that we can have contact time with them at training and stuff like that and develop them best we can, but then they get that opportunity to play first team football.
And a few have already gone out on loan, a couple to Chorley and as well to Fleetwood.
Yeah, so Kira Boswell, Ellie Parkinson and Katie Haydock have gone to Fleetwood. They've been there since pre-season really, so we've got a really good relationship with Fleetwood, so they're able to get that contact time. They're training there at the minute, having a lot of feedback between their manager and the club and us as well, just to get the experience there. So all of those coming out of the RTC, and then we've got Laura and Cara that are both at Chorley as well. So again, both girls coming out the RTC, both have had exposure to our first team and been able to play in our first team, but just not quite there yet. So they've been at Chorley, and we've also been able to put Emma Bradley, who's come in this season, previously being at Man City and at the RTC before that, that's then gone out to loan to Chorley as well to give her that game time.
And then you're able to kind of track the progress of these players as well, and you're looking to monitor them, how they do over the season.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's more not necessarily just them getting the game time, but them be able to socially develop in an environment that they may be not necessarily used to. So I think with the feedback that I'll be getting from the clubs and then also from the players, it will eventually then lead us into being able to review them maybe come Christmas time and see where they're at and then go from there. But from what I've heard so far, the players are doing really well at the clubs, and it's been a great start really to this new bespoke programme and player pathway that we're looking at doing.
And then in the long term, the main aim is to get them to be ready for first team football.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit difficult under these circumstances at the minute, obviously with COVID and stuff, so it's again that restriction of them coming into our environment and then going them back there. So at this moment in time, that's maybe hindered a little bit, but I'm sure eventually we'll get back on the right track and they'll be able to make their way into the first team or make some sort of an impact.